Hello, hi, how are you? And welcome to the new video, everybody. Today is May 12th, and according to Mike DeWine and Amy Acton, I'm in Ohio, if you couldn't tell based on that. Today is the day that a lot of shopping complexes are supposed to be opening up. So I wanted to come to the outlets today specifically to see how many stores were actually gonna abide by Mike DeWine's hearing, I guess. I don't know if you would call it a hearing, his decree, or if they were going to take matters into their own hands and say, no, we are not opening up until we deem it safe, which is completely on them. It's understandable. So yeah, I was going to walk around here, and also my parents are going to be down here this Friday, and they wanted to go to the outlets, so I figured what better way to scout things out, to see what stores are open, which aren't open, what might not be open going forward, to see, just to see if it's actually worth it, us coming down here when they're here or not. But yeah, that's going to be the video for today. And obviously, because of what's going on, I will be taking the precautions with everything, because also I don't know what I didn't look up ahead of time. I don't know what their rules are. The stores might have rules. I think I saw somebody coming out without a mask earlier, but I will be wearing a mask just for the safety of myself and others, because you should. It's just, that's it. And the mask that I bought from Chinatown Market is the brand, isn't here. It just shipped today, so it's not here yet. So I have a Tide one that I will be wearing. But let's head on in and see if any stores might have closed, just to see the effects, and also just to do a little tour of the facility itself, because who knows, you might be interested in coming down shopping here, and this is a good chance to see what's all here and where the layout is. Obviously you can go online, but this is online, so here you go. You want to go in now? I think we should. It honestly has been way too long since I've been able to go into these outlets. Two things I wanted to address off the bat. One, thank you, well, three things. Thank you to my old coworker and her mom for supplying this mask for me. I appreciate it. I'm putting that can of Monster back in my car because I realized I will not be able to drink while wearing this mask. Don't know why that didn't occur to me before, but here we are. For the other thing, the reason why I bought a mask on top of having this one and also another one is these ones are tied around the back of my head, and the other one I bought goes around your ears. So I think for convenience sake, that would work out a lot better. But this one's still good. I like this one. Thing noticing walking in is a sign on this bench saying, "Stay safe, please stay 6 feet apart." So they are allowing you to sit, and it's not on every bench, but just be smart about it. Hopefully you can hear me all right as well with this mask on. It's not too muzzled. They also have these signs posted out front. Health shopper guidelines. Read that over. As well as a hand sanitizer. And what they're doing. Very smart. The Adidas store taking their time, saying they will not be open until March 29th. Pause. All right, sorry to put this little insert in the video, but you probably just noticed there was something wrong with what I just said. It's May, not March. So as I'm editing this, just realized, put this right in. So to me, I don't know when they're going to be open next. They might say online. I didn't check. But yeah, I got to learn how to read better. But back to the video. Even though the rest of the mall is already open. It looks like Columbia might be the same way. Yeah, Columbia also saying they will not be open. Not giving any time frame as to when they might reopen. I won't be going through every single store that isn't open, because I have a feeling, I can already tell, that that might take way too long to do. As I'm walking by, I notice Reebok also says they will not be open until the 29th. The Disney store is closed. So there are quite a number of stores that are not open yet, which makes sense because, I mean, just because the place itself is open doesn't mean everything will be. So it's sad, but it's the state of things, unfortunately. I also see all of these rent-a-cruisers, which are like just strollers, have all been taken away on both sides. So you can't get one if you're coming, which again makes a lot of sense, and probably for the foreseeable future that's just going to be the case. There are some people playing in this grassy area over here in the main hub, but still seeing a lot of the same. Not a lot of stores actually opening, even though the mall has been deemed open. They also have posted temporary hours, reducing them from their normal hours, which makes a lot of sense, which I've said a lot in this video so far. But based on the fact that there really isn't that much open anyway. Yeah, wide open. It's almost like they're asking people to come inside, which can't really be said about most things around here. As you see, Crocs is closed. Yeah. Not very surprised, to be honest. Stores such as Carter's, which is what this is, just letting you know that they're open online. That's where you can go and shop from. Still on this same stretch, which I'll show you a map here in a sec. But I just noticed Journeys just opened and they have the door open, so I might pop in there for a sec just to have a see. I just walked by Journeys. I didn't end up going in. They had an occupancy limit of 29, it said, in the store, which again, for distancing regulations, makes sense. So I didn't pop in because there were a good amount of people in there. So I'm just gonna do the loop, as it were, and then I'll probably call it for today. As you see, security guard. I don't know if he's locking that gate or unlocking it, but either way, not a lot of people here. Here's a look at the map of the outlets and all of the stores that correspond with what's here. I do know, unfortunately, if you're coming here though, Saks Off 5th is closed. So they have not updated this quite yet. So I also don't see Journeys added, but soon. Also, unsurprisingly, the outdoor middle kiosks are closed. As I make my way back around to the center, and Nike, which looks like that might be open as somebody is headed toward the door. Well, maybe not. They might just be reading the sign. Yeah, also looks like that's closed. Sorry, just gonna pop in one more time, mainly because as I'm editing this, again, like I said before, I realized the beginning of this next clip you're gonna watch, for some reason it cut out, or maybe I just didn't hit film in time when I said food court. So the next part that I'm talking about when I say it looks like only Dippin' Dots is open, I'm referencing the food court as a whole. So, sorry, my bad. Continue on now. I believe I saw the Dippin' Dots stand inside was open. But other than that, I think it might have just been information because all the other stores in there looked like their lights were off. So, not quite sure. So we enter a new and the final corridor before I head back to my car. It does look like Direct Tools is open, but they have an occupancy limit of 10 and an exit and enter door only, as you see right there. The same thing with Christopher and Banks. All right, didn't get that there. They have their own store hours. And Pepper Palace also looks like that might be open. They have some lights on. I don't intend to go into any stores really, but either way, I thought this would serve as a good social experiment. See how many people would come out here, as well as see how many stores actually would be open in accordance with Mike DeWine. But it looks like there really isn't many, if any. I think I saw maybe 4 in this mall that has about 70 to 90, something like that. So it's not really worth it, to be honest. So the general consensus of what I could see is I'm gonna take off my mask now, so I can stop fogging up my sunglasses as well. This area where I usually park is usually, it's hard to find a spot. You usually have to park all the way back there or like even past those trees, and there's nobody. I'm the only car. There's one car over there in the handicap spot that I saw that they were just getting into. Other than that, there's nobody over here. Everyone parked on the other side of the outlets or down that way a little bit. But overall, I would say if you were planning on coming to the Cincinnati outlets this month, I wouldn't. Most of the stores, the majority of them, I saw people walking out with bags, but it looked like the majority of stores, maybe 5 or 6, like I said, are open. The rest of them are not planning on opening anytime soon. The end of the month is the general consensus with a lot of them. The rest of them didn't even give a time frame as to when they would be open. So I would say if you're planning on coming down here, I wouldn't. As sad as that is, obviously I know we're all stuck inside, we're all cooped up. If you want to come down and get some exercise, that might be a good, good little loop to walk. Make sure, obviously I can't tell you what to do, but I think it would be best to have a mask. Not everyone did, which is fine if that's up to you. I mean, we can't force you to wear a mask. I know I don't all the time, depending on where I'm going, what I'm doing. I do believe it is important to let your body build the immunity itself and then go from there. Hopefully you don't catch it, but I think it is important, not to get preachy, that you should allow your body the chance to build its own immunity. But nevertheless, Cincinnati outlets are a fun time, but only when stores are open, and unfortunately right now they really aren't. So I didn't really give you a good tour. I did show the map. Someday in the future, when it's a little bit, it isn't cold, but when it's a little bit warmer out, I will come back and I will do a full tour of the whole facility and pop into a few stores. But unfortunately, it just isn't a good time for that. But I hope this video was informative. I hope if you enjoyed it, you could subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed. Ring the bell, you'll get all the notifications for when I post. Like this if you give it a thumbs up if you liked this, and we'll see where the next adventure takes us. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.